The Orange County housing market is heating up as we move deeper into the spring market, but there's one critical mistake sellers are making right now that is costing them both time and money, and it all comes down to pricing. Hi, I'm Tim Smith, principal of the Tim Smith Real Estate Group, Coldwell Banker Realty's #1 team in California. Let's dive into your April 2026 Orange County real estate market update. One of the most important factors in today's market is precision pricing, and the data is very clear. How you price your home from day one will directly impact both your final sales price and how long it takes to sell. Today's buyers are extremely informed. The moment a home hits the market, they evaluate everything: the location, condition, upgrades, views, and overall value, and they make a quick decision on whether it's worth pursuing. Homes that are priced correctly from the start are seeing the strongest results. In fact, nearly 80% of homes that sold did not reduce their asking price, and on average, they sold at 100% of that price in just 9 days. But when homes are priced too high, the outcome changes dramatically. Properties that required even a modest price reduction took significantly longer to sell and ultimately sold for less. The longer a home sits on the market, the more it loses momentum, becomes overlooked by buyers, and often ends up negotiating below its final asking price. The reality is simple. In today's market, you don't gain leverage by pricing high, you lose it. Inventory has increased by 5% over the past couple of weeks, bringing the total number of active listings to 3,866 homes. This is typical for this time of year, as the spring market brings more sellers to the market than any other season. We should expect inventory to continue climbing through the coming months, likely peaking sometime during the summer. That said, while inventory is rising, it still remains well below pre-pandemic levels, as many homeowners continue to hold on to historically low mortgage rates and are choosing not to move unless necessary. Buyer demand has increased slightly and is now sitting at 1,654 pending sales, essentially matching the peak levels we saw at this time last year. This suggests that demand is strong and active, but also likely nearing its seasonal peak. From here, demand typically begins to level off and gradually taper as we move into later spring and summer months. With inventory rising faster than demand over the past couple of weeks, the expected market time has increased slightly from 67 to 70 days. While this is still a healthy pace, it does indicate a shift toward a more balanced and competitive market where sellers need to be more strategic in their approach. Detached homes are continuing to move faster than attached homes, but overall, the market is becoming less forgiving, particularly for homes that are not priced correctly. Looking ahead, much of the market's direction will be influenced by upcoming economic data, particularly job reports and inflation readings. These indicators play a major role in determining where mortgage rates go next. If the data shows signs of a slowing economy and cooling inflation, rates could move lower, which would improve affordability and bring additional buyers into the market. However, if inflation remains elevated, rates may stay where they are or even increase, which could limit further demand growth. The next couple of weeks will be especially important as new economic reports are released, giving us a clear picture of where things are headed. For sellers, this is still a strong market, but it's becoming more competitive as more homes come online. Buyers are highly educated and price sensitive, which means pricing your home correctly from the start is more important than it's ever been. The homes that are succeeding right now are the ones that create immediate interest and urgency. For buyers, you're entering a market with more options and steady demand, which creates opportunity. However, any improvement in mortgage rates could quickly bring more competition back into the market. Being prepared and ready to act when the right property becomes available will be key. The Orange County housing market continues to evolve, and success in today's environment comes down to strategy, timing, and precision. I'm Tim Smith with the Tim Smith Real Estate Group. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Orange County and want a strategic plan, not guesswork, let's talk. Text, DM, or email me, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or our email newsletter to get our update every month.